What's up guys, Shashwat here back with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about this. This is the PS Vita and it's one of Sony's biggest fails. Now I actually made a video on the PS Vita and why it was a fail. And after that video, I didn't really use the Vita at all. I didn't charge it and it was just in my room sitting there. Now if you guys don't know, I recently got a PS4. And when I did, I was really addicted to the PS4. The problem was that I can only play the PS4 while I am here at home. And if I want to play the PS4 elsewhere, I cannot do that. So when I looked up for solutions online, I figured out something known as remote play. Now if you don't already know, remote play is a feature using which you can play your PS4 on another device. So this includes a Mac or a Windows computer or in this case a PS Vita. You can even use it with a Sony phone if you have one. So all you have to do for it to work is just connect to the same user account on the PS4 and on your device. So in this case it's the PS Vita. And if both the devices have a good internet connection for streaming, you can use remote play. And using it, you can basically just press X here and the PS4 will register it as X and your character will jump in the game. Presume that X makes your character jump. Now you can also use this using a Mac or a PC. All you have to do is connect your PS4 controller to your computer. And there you go. And guys, this is one of the best features of the PS4 and the PS Vita if you ask me. Because the PS Vita is not really getting a lot of games. And Sony hasn't even been offering good PS Plus games for the PS Vita. So basically this is the only reason for me to even charge it every day and use it. Now of course I need a good internet connection on this. But if I'm in a good area and I have say my mobile phone, I can just use the hotspot and this would work really nicely. This is a great feature that really works for me. Now, one of the biggest disadvantages which I think of this feature is that the PS4 needs to be in rest mode or it needs to be on. So if you don't know what rest mode is, it's basically when the PS4 is on but it's not using any power. And the PS4 can get out of rest mode if you forget to put it in rest mode or if the power runs out. So say you went out on a trip very far away for a few days and you had your PS4 at home. Also, if you want to play online and use remote play at the same time, you will need a really good connection because it's using the connection for online play and it's using the connection for remote play. So if you're connecting it to a computer, you can just use the standard PS4 controller. But if you're connecting it using the PS Vita, it doesn't really have the trigger buttons and you can't even press these joysticks. So what does the PS Vita do to tackle that? Well, if you guys don't know, there is a touchpad on the back of the PS Vita. And what you can do is you can use the touchpad to use the L3, the R3, the R2 and the L2 commands. And this works fairly well most of the times. But the problem is that in shooters, L2 is used for aiming and R2 is used for shooting. So using this to shoot isn't really the most comfortable thing. And if you can't customize the controls in your game, you're basically screwed because you can't customize the controls using the PS Vita either. Now of course if you want to play a game like FIFA 17 which I'm playing right here, it's fairly easy and it's nothing huge. The controls don't really require the trigger buttons and the L3 and R3 buttons, and you can change the controls to suit how you play. So since sprint is R2 and finish is R1, you can just switch them up and that way you can sprint without having to use the touchpad. Now some games like Deus Ex Mankind Divided even have a remote play feature. So that way it recognizes you have remote play and it uses custom controls to make sure the experience is close to how you would be using it with a controller. But it's still a little difficult to use it with a PS Vita rather than an actual good PS controller. Now so basically you just have the standard games right now which don't really have a lot of complex controls if you're using it for the Vita. So you can't play Battlefield 1 or Uncharted 4 on this, not even Deus Ex Mankind Divided to be honest. But you can play FIFA 17, Journey or some more simple games like that. So yeah, that's the only reason I use my PS Vita anymore. It's kind of ridiculous and it really sucks, but the PS Vita was a huge fail. Anyway guys, that was it for this video. You can click right here to subscribe and right here to watch more. Thanks for watching. I'll meet you in my next one.